Sidney, do you want to come downstairs and knit with me today? You know it's cold down there. Let's put on your sweater. Yeah. Your favorite sweater. Don't want you to get cold in the basement. Okay, I'll see you down there. Okay, Sid. We're going to do a knit along. Are we going to knit a hat? A scarf? A cowl? What do you think? Are you coming? What? You're not staying? Too cold down here for you? Well, that's fine. I'll knit something pretty. I don't blame Sid for not staying downstairs. This was a long video. It took many tries to find the right pattern to work with the yarn I wish to work with. As you can see, my patterns did not show up in the yarn choice I had. Every now and then I would drop all of my work, so I finally moved to punch tuck rib. And I changed yarn. 50 left, 50 right, a simple neck warmer. Carriage and drive into tuck, and it's just straight knitting. Make sure you unlock your punch card. This is a single strand of fancy mystery yarn. I have no idea what brand it was, but unlike my gray yarn, this one actually knit very nicely. I'm going to keep knitting until I think it is long enough. This is also being knit sideways. We're getting there. There is nothing special about this panel. It is straight knitting. I didn't have to adjust anything, move anything. It's just a lot of knitting. And a lot of knitting. 350 rows. I am now getting ready to take it off the machine. I'm now in stockinette stitch. I am moving every single stitch upward from the ribber to the main bed using a single prong transfer tool. A very long process. Okay, I've now lowered my ribber, putting my sinker plate back onto the main bed. I'm now going to knit across one row. tension 10. I'm going to leave a generous yarn tail for seaming. Going to remove this piece on waste yarn. And then I'm going to flip it around. I like to secure my waste yarn. You don't have to, but I have lost work to waste yarn that unraveled on me. I'm now going to hang that same seam. Well, actually, I'm hanging the first row back onto the same needles. Because it is a finished seam at the bottom, it's just a matter of easing it on. It's a quick process. Now I am going to hang the waste yarn side, so the last row of stitching, which is technically row 351. I like to do this in sections. Once it is all back on the machine, both sides, I knit across tension 10. I'm going to weave in the yarn tails, even though I left them extremely long for no reason. I knit across tension 10, and now I am gate peg binding off. Dealing with my silly long yarn tails. I'm going to remove the clips and let you see the good side of the work. It is simple, it is beautiful, and it is nice and warm. Anyone who receives this would be very, very happy. It's just a neck warmer. Now here's the bonus. Someone asked me about English rib. I tried 4 different yarns, finally had 2 strands of acrylic that would actually do the English rib. I set my machine as per the manual, and I knit 600 rows. I'm assuming that the person who asked me about English rib had the same issues I did, where every now and then my English rib would end up on a gate peg or snagged on something silly. I have no idea why this was happening, but it was only happening on the left-hand side of my bed. The main bed is tucking, the ribber is knitting.